Today I want to talk about the first time I consciously noticed a tic as a child. I remember this day like it was yesterday. I was in the car with my mom on the way home from my grandma's house. I was sitting in the front seat. I remember seeing her hair being pulled back in a ponytail, the green glow of the radio in my peripheral vision, and watching all of the houses and cars go by. All of a sudden, I felt this really weird feeling in the pit of my stomach that I had to move it. I felt like this, it's like I felt the tic coming on, but at the time I didn't know what it was. I started getting really scared because, I was only about 5 or 6 years old, and I had this feeling like I had to move my stomach and move my body, and it started becoming abundantly clear that I wasn't gonna have a choice in the matter. I just kept trying to ignore it, kept telling myself like, no, I don't have to do this if I don't want to. It's my body. Kept having thoughts somewhere along that line. And then the feeling just kept growing and growing stronger, and I kept growing more and more and more uncomfortable. Eventually I couldn't hold it anymore, and all of a sudden my stomach muscles contracted a couple times over and over again. I felt like that was it. Okay, I let it out. That was really weird, but it'll never happen again. Then not very long after that, I felt that feeling again, only this time it was so much stronger and so much more uncomfortable, and I didn't know what was happening. I was very scared. I felt it in my stomach, I felt it in my shoulders, I felt it everywhere. And I knew I wasn't going to be able to hold it even for a few more seconds this time. Then all of a sudden my stomach contracted again, and this time my shoulders hunched with it, and I kind of jumped a little bit in the car. My mom asked me what I was doing. I didn't know at the time that she was just checking to see what I was going to say, because she had already been noticing these little movements that I hadn't been noticing myself. Being a child and not understanding why I couldn't control my body, I kept telling her nothing because I didn't know what I was doing. It turns out that my mom was asking me that because she just wanted to see what I was going to respond with. She wanted to see if I was going to say I can't help it, or I don't know, or maybe nothing. Soon after that, we went to the doctor's office because that's when my mom knew that I wasn't just moving because I was a kid, but something was different and possibly not wrong, because my mom never saw anything that I did with my tics wrong or made me feel that way, but she knew something wasn't quite right. It led us to the doctor's office, to a neurologist. It led to a year of appointments, and that's when I got my Tourette syndrome diagnosis in August of 1997, after that very, very scary moment of not understanding what my body was doing. I don't think I'll ever forget that moment in my entire life.